They like supporting animal abuse, so they're trying to disrupt an interview. They haven't seen my channel. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm going to change the question up a little bit. My question was, why aren't you vegan? Yeah. And so now I'm going to ask, since they said that I'm crazy for being vegan, do you think that vegans are crazy?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Oh, wow.
Or some of our best friends are vegan.
That's a good reason. No,
That's true.
But it is very true, and they are. And I feel like, being not studied on this, the overwhelming, or at least the predominant evidence is that animal proteins and such for our bodies are not good in the long haul.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the general evidence that I see. And I know people in my life that vehemently disagree with me. I think a study would need to be done to know the truth on that. The other part of it is animal farming is really disgusting.
I agree. So thinking that animal farming is disgusting, which I agree with that completely, because animals feel pain and they're sentient like we are, is that something that you would want to contribute to?
Oh, no, not at all. And it's, what's the word? I feel lazy and almost negligent in just going about my life. And you can go to the store, because that's the world in which we live. This is the world we humans have created, that we farm these creatures and you package them all up nice and put some dyes in them so the color's right on the meat and all that good stuff.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of separation between the violence that happens to animals in slaughterhouses and what happens to what ends up on the store shelves. We look at these products and we don't see them as once living, breathing beings who had the capacity to suffer, but also to feel joy.
Yeah. It's like the Howard Jones song, children's stories of their farmyard favorites at the table in a different disguise.
Yeah. So, what do you think's holding you back from being vegan, if anything?
Convenience. It's hard to find good vegan restaurants, and the stores are spotty in terms of vegan alternatives to meat and things like that. Sure. So that's the biggest thing for me is convenience.
Yeah, I think
we eat vegan a lot, but we're not consistently.
Yeah.
So
I think that's an accurate assessment. I would agree that it's inconvenient, but over time it becomes like second nature. Yeah. In the South we do have to cook a little bit more than if we were somewhere else, but we
live in California, and it's hard to find good vegan restaurants.
Yeah. Do you think that convenience, right, the desire for convenience justifies animal cruelty?
No, it doesn't. But it's, everything's designed to be so convenient. Our lives are so busy that people want things instantaneously. So it's hard to live your life in normal society, and you really do have to plan your meals. You've got to really plan around things, and it's more expensive too. So that's probably the biggest holdback.
Yeah, I agree. It takes a little bit more planning to be vegan. Yeah. But in terms of cost, some of the cheapest things in the grocery stores are like lentils, tofu, chickpeas, and these can easily be turned into replacements for animal flesh.
Yeah, it's true. It's just what we're used to.
Yeah. So putting yourself in the animal's position, right? Would you feel like okay about being killed for food for someone else's convenience if you were placed in the animal's position?
No, obviously not.
I wouldn't either.
Of course not. A bigger discussion than we can possibly have here, though. The world of animal world, including all of us animals, it's cruel. That's what other animals do. They hunt and kill.
Sure. But they do it for survival, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They do.
Yeah. And we don't have to consume animals.
Humans don't have that situation because for whatever reason we have these brains, supposedly higher thinking, and we've created a system where someone else does the hunting for us. So no,
And it's not even like hunting to me most of the time. It's more like enslavement and torture. Because these factory farms, 98% of animals that are killed for food in the U.S. come from factory farms. Only 2% come from places that they aren't crowded, that they aren't living in their own feces and urine, and that they aren't experiencing, suffering on a daily basis, But I appreciate the interview, guys. If there's any way I can help you go vegan, let me know.
Thanks, Cole. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a coworker at work who is very much a advocate, and he's always giving us recipes for different things, and we're trying them. So
Awesome.
I make my mom's egg sausage and cheese casserole all vegan with just egg and impossible meat and cashew cheese.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Man, I appreciate you guys speaking with me. And did y'all see the back of the sign?
No, let's see it.
I can make some exceptions. Are y'all interested?
all right.
Sign up, and you're gonna have some takers.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate
Cole.
it. Yeah.
Very best.
Have a good day. Take care.